Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22 and it's time for the check round of our season of 2009. It's time for Brno. So we start in pole position and we wait for the red lights to disappear and away we go. It's a good start for Marco Melandri on board the Kawasaki. Pedrosa gets a good start as well, and there is Lorenzo diving to second place as he goes quite early up on the brakes there. We're going to try and go round the outside with the Kawasaki. Can we make it stick as we try and sneak back up on the inside? Oh, Lorenzo won't like that. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm actually a little bit nervous about this one, so I'm trying to get to the front and to just lead the way. We are running power setting 1. If you aren't aware, we are doing this as a challenge to make things interesting. And power setting 1 is the only power setting we will be able to use for the duration of this championship. And with it being a lot of long straights and there's some quite difficult power hungry sections, power setting 1 might be a challenge, so we'll see how we get on. But qualifying was not really any issue, and of course if you're still sticking around, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy the video. So anyway, into the left hand side for the stadium section, we have gone a little bit deep. We've got Dani Pedrosa and Jorge Lorenzo behind us. There's two people I think of when I think of Brno, and that is Pedrosa and Lorenzo. Their battle from 2012 will always be in the back of my mind whenever thinking about the Czech GP. Now Pedrosa's still in there, he's 1 second behind us, and so is Lorenzo. But as we get through the Schwantz corner and then up to Horsepower Hill, I think we're going to really lose the advantage that we've built up here. I hope so in a way, because it keeps things interesting, but at the same time it's going to be rather difficult for me to be pushing back against the 120% difficulty AI on the lowest power option. Now I finally got the rhythm and got the feeling back with MotoGP 22. Of course I've been absent by playing TT Isle of Man 3, and I'm beginning to get the feeling back, and it's really showing well here in Brno. It's a track I love, it's a bike I very much enjoy using. It's a great combination, and I really feel like I'm getting to grips with MotoGP 22 once again, right in time for MotoGP 23 that arrives just next week. So we got to stay focused, and hopefully we can get this victory, and of course to end MotoGP 22 on a high with the championship for Marco Melandri back in 2009. Now the gap is still roughly 1.5 seconds, just less than 2 seconds now. As we, it's breached 2 seconds as we now make that big mistake into turn 3. Now it's less than 2 seconds. Now it's less than 1.5. The Spaniards are on their way. Valentino Rossi not having a particularly good race. He's down there in 6th. And of course our biggest championship rival, Casey Stoner, not even in the top 8. We currently lead Stoner by 11 championship points. What else could happen in this championship? There's still a lot more to go. 4 more rounds, or 3 more rounds after the conclusion of this one. Still all to play for. So Lorenzo 1.5 seconds behind us now. He has risen to second place, dispatching of Dani Pedrosa in a previous corner. The 99 is on its way. He is 99. Begats 33. Will we find out? I guess we will see in a moment. Pedrosa still into 3rd place with the number 3. As Edwards is hanging in there in 4th as we go into the left hand side for turn 11. Difficult corner to get right, because if you touch either of the apexes here or this one here for turn 12, you can really lose time or gain time. It's such a gamble of a corner. I do tend to use the rumble strips there, but yeah, just be careful. You're on the ragged edge if you're going that close to some of the apexes here. But are we going to see a replication of Donington Park? Now we got away scot-free in Donington. Are we going to see the same results here in Brno? Now, unfortunately, the graphic in the bottom left corner of your screen there to tell you the fastest lap has not appeared. So I was temporarily the fastest man, but I may or may not be. I do not know. I took a gamble with the rear front tyres. The rear soft and the front with the soft as well. The rear seems to be a gamble, but the front seems to be a decent choice. But looking at that, the gap is coming down. We've made another mistake into turn 3. Which really you wouldn't think would be happening at the moment, because it's not the front I'm struggling with. The rear tyre is giving the problems as it's completely burning away. This has been a tyre gamble, ladies and gentlemen. A gamble for the aces, to keep things interesting. We're wide again into another corner. Take that away what I said about getting the feeling back from MotoGP 22 and making mistakes again. Errors just approaching, just creeping their way into our performance right here, right now. We see ourselves on the big screen to the right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't show who's behind us, but we can see on the graphic Lorenzo less than half a second in reach. Will he be going for the strike, the lunge into the Kevin Schwantz corner? Into the right-hand side for Schwantz we go for turn 10. Keep it tight to the apex because that Yamaha could be approaching at any given point. Back into the horsepower hill once again for turn 11. And then up to the horsepower rise of turn 12. Lorenzo's still there. Oh, small moment with bringing on the acceleration quite abruptly. But there is the number 99 with the Barcelona livery. He is on a charge. Will he dive? He hasn't gone for the lunge yet into Horizon. Now into the right-hand side. Lorenzo is there. The 2010 World Champion is approaching. And there he comes. Bit of contact across the line. I think Pedrosa was on the left-hand side. There is Danny Pedrosa. He's in second as we now go into the first corner here. Still holding a position. Lorenzo, massive contact. As Lorenzo has gone down here into turn 1. He's not going to like that one bit. That was very similar to the Pol Espargaro and Johan Zarco crash many years ago. Was it 2017, somewhere around there? Maybe later, 2018? I don't know, I'm clutching at straws here. I can't really remember. Maybe 19, I don't remember. Well, goodness me. That was a bit of a collision and a half, that. But honestly, I really don't think I was at fault for that. I had the line, I couldn't see where he was, and by the time he got onto the screen, it was too late. Massive contact, Lorenzo's down. So unfortunately, the 99 losing points here in Brno. But Pedrosa and Colin Edwards have risen to the top throughout that contact. And Valentino Rossi is right on the cusp of getting a third place if he can beat his Italian comrade, his compatriot, of course. Which hopefully he cannot. There he is. There is the number 46. You see on the helmet of the AGV Pista GP, possibly at that point. No, I think it was earlier than that one. It's the other AGV helmet. I'm not clued up on my AGV helmets, apparently. So, oh, massive contact for Lorenzo from Valentino Rossi. He's replicating a bit to the contact he's made with his teammate there. Goodness me, that was the same or sort of similar collision with what we had with Lorenzo. That was a massive whack from Valentino. In that day and age, it would be now, along that penalty coming in for Rossi, or very least, he'd have to drop the position. Here comes Caparossi giving us trouble now into Horizon. This tyre gamble has not paid off. This was a massive blunder. And speaking of blunders, look at Loris Caparossi touching the apex. Danny Pedrosa and Colin Edwards. Could this be Colin Edwards' maiden MotoGP victory? The 2 times World Superbike champion is desperate to finish on top step of the podium just once in MotoGP, which of course never happened in real life, but here in the computer game he has a chance. And there is Loris Caparossi. Will he dive up at the inside into the third corner? There he is, right on cue. It was down to him, Vermeulen and Melandri for the poll for suggesting who we're going to use for this season. And you guys voted against Caparossi. You went for Melandri. You went for the Kawasaki. The Japanese manufacturer's battle in my poll on YouTube. So the Himamatsu factory has been beaten by the Tokyo factory as of yet. And we're still hanging on for fourth. And now, of course, points make prizes. This is not going to be the win that probably looked like was going to happen in the first couple of laps. But this is still, what, 12, 13 crucial points, 11 points? Can't remember how much it is now. I've completely gone blank. This is going to be crucial for our Championship Challenge, especially with not even knowing where Casey Stoner is. And that's a great sign, because if he's not in the top 8, then there's not that many points on offer. With the most, he could be getting around 6 or 5 points. And we're going to be taking, what, 10, 12, something like that, between that range. Yeah, we've got a great chance here. Loris Caparossi is going to dive again. Look at Colin Edwards on the cusp of taking over at the front. The Yamahas do work well around here. Tosland bumped me ever so briefly there. And the big loser from that one was Loris Caparossi. Tosland bumped the Kawasaki and that bumped into the Suzuki. And now that's Mika Kallio. The ice cold fin, minus 36 degrees. He's attacking. on board the Pramac Ducati. Goodness me, I remember watching Mika Kallio in his heyday in the Moto 2 races. Shout out to the Finn. Is he going to tackle? Oh, he is. He's attacking. He's attacking all right. The penultimate lap certainly yielded some interesting results. But this is the final lap of the Czech Republic Grand Prix. Edwards has taken the lead. Is it going to be a first victory for the Texan? Is it going to happen for the Texas Tornado? He's there. Pedrosa in second. Look at Rossi closing him in as well. This is far from over. Hopefully we can get a better look with him. So just keep on pushing. That Nicky Hayden? He was down to about 8th or 9th earlier on. He's now risen to 5th. Great result from the American as well. But Dani Pedrosa has taken the lead again. Can Colin Edwards do what Lorenzo did to Pedrosa into that turn there, turn 7? It's not going to happen. Pedrosa still leads the way. Edwards in pursuit. Valentino Rossi in pursuit as well. Look at us burning the rear tyre. Whoa! The rear tyre went red. Redder than the Nicky Hayden GP9 Ducati as he squeezes through. Caparossi gives us a bit of contact. How's that for contact, he says. And we've just lost around 4 positions in one corner. Nightmare. Trying to squeeze back against Mika Kallio, which we have. But there he is. Oh, look at Stoner coming through in the Schwantz corner. That's cost us more points now. And somehow Casey Stoner is going to come out of this smelling of roses. And we're going to come out of smelling as something else. Disaster. To say that we started this race in the lead, 2-second advantage down to 8th, 4.5 seconds behind the leader. That's a nightmare. We have lost a monumental amount of points there. Well, maybe not, but still. Oh, Hayden's gone down in the final corner. So Toseland will finish in 4th, Stoner 5th, Caparossi 6th, and we hold on for 7th place. But who got the victory? It was Colin Edwards. Edwards takes his maiden victory here in the Czech Republic Grand Prix, ahead of Dani Pedrosa and Valentino Rossi. We finished down in 7th, 2 positions behind our biggest championship threat, Casey Stoner. Now a brief look at the championship standings before we conclude the video, and we have now a 9-point lead ahead of Stoner. He's taken 2 points away from us. Dani Pedrosa rises up to 5th place with 3 positions. So look at Colin Edwards after 25 crucial points, moves up to 7th place on the leaderboard. But guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and even join in the DrAce pit crew with the link in the description down below. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.